welcome back to a new video, and today I will be doing some small coding problems that I'm going to attempt. So I've got these 3 different problems, easy, medium, and hard, from the internet, and I'm going to try to code this myself while trying to give you some tingles. This is an ASMR coding video, and enjoy. So the first one I'll do is pretty easy, only a sum of different ints. The first challenge I'll do is I'll get 2 integer numbers as input, a and b, positive or negative, and I'll find a sum of all of the integers between, including them 2, and return it. If the 2 numbers are equal, return a or b. Okay. Okay, I'll try to do that. So, yeah. So now, I'm going to do the method in here. Public static int, because I'm returning an int, and integer number. Some different. I should not call it different ints, I'll just do some ints between. And I'm going to do int a, int b as an input. So I'll have to sum a and all of the numbers in between a and up to b. So like if I put 1 and 4 like that, I'll have to do 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, I guess. So from the internet, this is just a problem that I got, and this is one example. If I put this, it has to be this plus this plus this plus this equals that. Okay, so first I'm going to tackle if the numbers are the same. If a equals b, then I'll put return a. If they're the same, because there's no range. So yeah, and then now I'm going to do a loop. I think I'll do a while loop. I'll try a while loop. I'll do a low range int low equals a. I'll try that. Int high equals b. I'll just try to loop starting from low up to high, while low is less than or equal to b. I'm going to do alright, instead of low, I'll just put current, because this value is what we're going to increment. And a high is like that, so current. And before that, I'll do like a sum, and this is what I would like to return. So just put it up here, sum int sum equals 0. Okay, first start it with a, or just put 0 for now, and I'm just going to add it to it first. So sum, every iteration I'll do sum plus equals a. I'll try that. Current, and current will increment it by 1. and it's gonna keep looping until I guess up to the high, which is B. And once this loop exits, it's going to basically sum all of the numbers in between, and maybe I'll just return the sum. So I'm going to try this and see if it works. And actually I don't need this variable because this is just, yeah. And now I'm going to try to do this. So now let's test it. Sys out, print line, get some ints between, let's try 1 and 5. Between 1 and 5, it should add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So 3 plus 4. Now I'm going to try, let's try this, see if it works. I got 15. So let's try to do my mental math. Plus 1 plus 2 3. Yeah. And now I'm going to try to see from the example. I should get 2. Let's, if I do -1 and 2, I should get 2. And I've done it. One more example. One more example that I should get probably 3. And of course, if they're the same, it prints the same number. So this challenge, success. I have done this challenge. So this is the method, and I've already tested and it works. So 1 challenge down. Now, since I have this one done, I'm going to move on to this one. This will be involving arrays, and this one I'll have to accept an array as an input of 10 integers from 0 to 9 and return a string in the format of a phone number. So if I put create phone number, it takes as input as an int array of that from left to right. I'll have to return this in parentheses plus that in a string. So this should be a little easier than this one, because this one, it requires a bit more logic. And now I'm going to do the method. So it's going to be public static string phone number I'll do it from make the name the same as the one from the problem proposal, the problem statement, as it's from the example, create phone number, that's what I should name it. And I'll do accept an int array. Numbers, yeah. And I'm going to do a test if numbers.length is not equal to 10. It's going to put sys out invalid and return invalid. Okay. So before I did the verification, I'm gonna do now the actual return. So I'm going to return. Wait, so I'll just put it to a string variable first and return it. String phone number format equals, and I'm gonna do parentheses, I'm gonna remove this anyways, parentheses plus, it's all about concatenation here, numbers dot 0 is the first one, plus one, two, the first three numbers. Since the first three numbers are enclosed in parentheses, I'll put the closing parentheses and the space. Because there has to be space here. And now the next three numbers, third, fourth, and fifth index, and plus add a dash, and then the last four numbers, 6, 7, 7. This is a pretty long line. I know there's like another method that I could make it shorter, but I'm just doing it based on what I've learned. Based on what I have on my Arniso. Okay. And I'm gonna return this phone number format. So I don't need to add, I'll just actually return it like that. So now I'm gonna test it. Hopefully these numbers don't add up. Maybe it just concatenates from left to right. And it's the first problem here. Now I'm gonna test it out. Create phone number. First I'll do an int array. Test numbers equals new int 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, semicolon. Now I should try it. Now. See if it works. And I got it here. And I think I matched it up here. 1, 2, 3. Seems like this seems to be working. The first three numbers are like the area code or something. Next three numbers, and there's a space here, and the dash, and the last four numbers. So that's just like a random default phone number. If I do all of zeros, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. If I do that, whoops, that is not good. If I put it less, now it should work. Yeah, so it converts into a phone number format. So I guess that is, I could declare the problem a success here because I have done it. And now to the last challenge. I guess this one will be pretty hard. It's going to be a Tribonacci series. So, if I could recall one of my oldest videos, I have done a Fibonacci series, and now I'm going to do a tribonacci series. It's different here. I'm going to try to explain it, what I'm trying to do. Recalling a Fibonacci is just basically a series of numbers. You just sum the last two numbers, like this, 3, and then 5, and then 8, and then 11. Now, Fibonacci series, it's a bit more different. It's the sum of the last 3 numbers. So, what I'm doing is that I'm basically adding the last 3 numbers. Like 3 is that plus that plus that. 6 is like 1 plus 2 plus 3. 11 is like that, like that, like that. And then 20 is like that, like that, like that. Okay. So now, this is like the hardest one I expect. And now I'm going to do it. So now I'm going to do this problem. Static int, returning an integer. Tribonacci. I guess Tribonacci is like the triangle. 3 numbers, like triple. If it would be the last 4 numbers, I would guess Fibonacci. I don't know if they even call it that. And int n, where n is like this is the nth value of the series. So I'm going to define the last 3 numbers, the last three variables representing the last 3 digits. So int a equals 0, int b equals 1, and int c equals 2. And I'm gonna do, I think, a for loop here, I think. Let's try a for loop. Int I equals, let's say, 0. I is less than n. I think that's how. And increment I by 1 every time. And yeah, this is like very similar to Fibonacci from my old videos, so maybe I've got like a good understanding of what I could do, since all I have to do is shift those variables. Or int d. Let's do one more variable. And d is like this, the new value. A plus b plus c. And after that, I think D will be C, C will be B, I think, and B will be A, I think. Let's try that. Because D, after I update D, I'm going to shift D. C will be like D, will be like the new variable, the new last digit. So C will be D, I guess. B will be C, and A will be B. I guess that's it. So before I even run the loop, I'm going to just return the first three numbers. If someone says like the first number in this series, I'll just return 0. I think I just put it in individual ifs. If n equals 3. Let's try that. I'll return C. Guess this is let's do 4 here, because from the fourth number it's going to return D. So now I'll try it. Let's see if I got it right. I'm going to recall, just put it here. Like this is what I should expect. Expected. That one. And let's try printing it out. Tribonacci, let's try the third number. I should get 2. And I did not. I got a freaking error. So basically I think I did not initialize it. I got 2. If I put the fourth number, I should get something. I got donut. What the hell? Less than or equal. Okay. Because it didn't run because 4 was already I. So I got 3, and let's try the magic. Let's try it here, the fifth number. I got 9. Boom, I think I've already messed something up. This is bad, so let me try something else. As I'm a little bit stuck here, as requires some more logic. like if I would put, let's try some test values. If I would put 4, the first iteration will be, it'll go through this 3 first iteration, and if I put this, update C to 3, and then POBC. Okay. I guess I have now I found something. I found what was wrong. I should have done this. So first, I'll take the sum of A, B, and C. It will be 3 for D, and I'll have to update it. I'll have to update A first. I'll have to update A first, because what I'm doing is I've updated, like, I've set the updates. I have set the newest values first in the setting it to a variable that's already updated. So that is why I got 9. A should have been B, and then B equals C, and then after that C will be D. So now I should try to get 6. And I think I've almost got it sorted out. Now let's try to actually write the series. I'm gonna do a loop here. Instead of doing one print line statement, I'll do int I equals 0. And then here I'm just printing all numbers in Fibonacci series. I should say not all numbers, first 10 numbers. Printing first 10 numbers in Tribonacci series. And then I'm going to do print line, just print, because I'll just print it in one line, Fibonacci I plus comma, and then, so remove that out of the way. These are the previous challenges, and this is what I should get. 0, 1, 2, 3, 6, 11, 20. Let me see for Fibonacci sequence. Just looking it up, and this is the first like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. First 22 numbers. Let's do first 22 numbers. And this is what I should get. Let's compare it. I should get something very similar. And this is what I expect. 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 4, 7. Oh, this was just from the starting numbers. But in the example they gave here, it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 6. The first 3 numbers were that. So based on that, I got 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 6, 11, 20, 37, 68. So I think this matched. But if I would try from that, if I would put these three for the start, 0, 0, 1, I should get this sequence. So let me run it. I got 1, 1, 2, 4, 7, 13, 24, 44, 81, 149, 274, 504, 927, 1705, 3136. It's really matching. And 35, 890. So I guess I can say that this was a I'll just say it's a success. However, I should have coded a little bit different, I think. I'm pretty sure I should have coded something else beside that. I don't have to put these three if statements, but due to the fact I have to code it as fast as possible for this video, I would say I kind of succeeded, as I've gotten the right output, besides the first number and the fact that I have done these challenges. So these are 3 problems, and this marks the end of this video. I hope you have gotten your tingles, and if you did, drop that like button below. Don't break that like button, and subscribe if you have gotten a chance to, if you want to see more further content like coding videos. And so that will be all for today. Have a good day, everyone, and stay tuned.